Yo, what up? Born Shining, welcome back. I'm Born Shining, you're Born Shining, we're all Born Shining. And don't let nobody tell you otherwise. Got a little sunset going on in the background, so I might be squinting a little bit. But I wanted to piggyback off of this last video that I made and just add another little garnish to it or so. But first, of course, giving thanks to the Most High, the great creator, spirit which moves through all things. My Archangel trifecta, Michael, Metatron, and Raphael, my ancestors and spirit guides, relatives who've passed along to help me, friends, seen and unseen, known and unknown. I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart and the top, from my whole heart. Um, I've said it before that I feel like a lot of these readings are for me, or at least, I'm definitely being drawn to follow certain readers. I read the titles and go with what feels right, what I'm looking for, the information that I'm looking for, um, or just positivity because it's helpful to be positive, especially when you've had to cut everyone out of your life that you thought gave a fuck about you, and you realize that they're all very seriously emotionally wounded, traumatized people, you know, capable of doing amazing things except being honest and being vulnerable, which is what a child needs. A child needs somebody to show them, compassion when they're vulnerable. But this is not necessarily for any readers in particular, but this is just my experience being on this side of these readings, which I do believe a lot of them are for me. Not everyone, but um, it's just interesting to hear somebody reading the energy and they're talking about, oh, you so almost like a matter of fact like way, you do this, and oh look, like you can see all of these things, but and you know you just do this, you know and I get it, like you're looking at the playing board, as it were, but it's just really fascinating because there's still a lot of things that the readers don't know. Like they don't know my situation. They don't know anybody's situation unless they talk to them, really. I mean, even if they do a reading, they don't know more than what they see in their mind or hear from the querent. Anyway, it's really fascinating because, you know, when I hear about how powerful I am or I hear about what I'm capable of, I'm still working on connecting with that part of myself and doing it intentionally and consciously. I mean, when I experienced these traumas as a child, um, I changed. I was a different person. It's like Superman goes into the phone booth as Superman. He comes out as Clark Kent. I mean, that's kind of what happened. Nevertheless, some things you can't get rid of, no matter what you do. And so, going through my life, still utilizing these gifts, but just not being aware of that I'm doing what I'm doing. You know, to be here now and just have a deeper understanding of what it is that I'm here to do and how, and the tools that I've been given to utilize to do those things. It's really like you've trained a dolphin. It's like if there was a dolphin that you convinced, or it's the family convinced that it's a goldfish, and then as the dolphin goes through on its years, it becomes self-aware and it realizes like, oh, I'm a dolphin, and it realizes all these things that it's been doing in its life are really, prove that it's a dolphin. But still, like the full extent of how to utilize those gifts, I still feel like there's a little bit of a still kind of a disconnect. It's like these things were so automatic and I haven't been trained to use these things. But they function and I've used them for other things. It's just a really fascinating thing to observe. People telling me about myself, telling me how powerful I am, telling me what I'm capable of. Yet I'm still trying to figure out how to make all this stuff work for me. These last few months have been challenging, to say the least. They're getting easier. It's getting easier the more I accept what's going on. And I mean, every day that passes, I mean, it's just really, like I said, there's no accidents, no coincidence. And so when I ask a question to the universe and I get an immediate response from either my spirit guides or clairvoyantly or clairaudiently, or I think about a song and I'm singing a song, and then lo and behold, uh, a reader, a messenger, God's messenger, one of God's messengers puts out, uh, they mention the song that I'm singing in my head in their video. I mean, and this is not, it doesn't, it's definitely happened multiple times. Or a phrase or something that I've said right around the time. I mean, there's no coincidences. And so it's, every day that passes, it's becoming more, the power is becoming clear that it's there, it exists. There's definitely a connection between spirit and I. We're having a conversation, and I'm co-creating with the universe. Um, you know, just like on the lacrosse field, when I feel like I need to move, I move. I don't necessarily know why, and so I'm coming into more of a conscious awareness of these powers, and it's like a gun realizing that